Hey there, friends. I hope all of you are well and happy this Moon Day Monday. It is hot. Hot outside. Hot in here, my friends. But I would like 100 times rather be hot than chilly. So pull with me. I know it's hot, but you know, it's summer. Yahoo, yahoo. I am doing some planning in my ugly planner. So I know I haven't shown you this for a couple of weeks, so I did want to kind of just show it to you. We're going to go in just a wee tad, as we say down here in the southern United States. I'll show you. This is last week. This is Monday, June the 10th through the 16th. And basically every day last week looked like this little outlay right here. It was just a lot going on last week. I was trying to get a restock finished for my friend Emily. So I got that dropped off. This week I had to meet the kiddies. Mia had a vet appointment. I had to get the car inspected, so that's what happened then. And then this is last week. This is Sunday, yesterday. I had a bit of leftover space down at the bottom of this spread, so I just clipped some magazine images, and I have to tell you, I'm quite happy with the way that my little magazine images turned out. This is, you know, she's got kind of a yoga appearance, and she's sort of sitting on a book. This is just a sweet illustration. It's by Edwina White. It was from O Magazine, the Oprah magazine. All of these images were from O Magazine. It was just a, I don't know what, it was a refreshing way to just finish a week and kind of put a bookend on what was just a really, really busy week. And you guys remember my grumpy video from last week? I mean, that's when the grumpy started, was like on the full moon, and then I was grumpy all the way through Friday. And then actually on Friday, y'all, I was able to get out. I dropped off my restock to Emily. It was my mom's birthday. My sister and I ordered pasta for her to be delivered to her house from this little shop called Cherubs that employs folks who are not employable anywhere else. So we really do love to support that little restaurant in our hometown. I was able to go to Goodwill, and I did the pay by the pound thing, which was all kinds of fun, and I did a quick little video about my Goodwill haul. I had to train at the veggie stand last Friday because I worked at the veggie stand this past Saturday. This is going to turn into a like once a week gig for me, which is good because I am the events coordinator and the marketing director at the farm, and it's really good to get like that boots on the ground sort of experience. You know, meet our customers more than the, you know, 3, 4, 5, 6 times a year that I'm actually down at the farm and in the public eye. For our festivals. So I thought that, you know, that's something that I'm going to have to incorporate into my scheduling. I'm not quite ready to do that this week, but probably next week that will be one of the things to add to my to-do list. I'm already thinking about July, my restock in July to Miss Emily. I want to do some Christmas in July. Probably tags will be Christmas in July. I am working on digital downloads for you guys over at the Etsy store. I've got one in mind to try and finish and get up today in the Etsy store. It is, I really do love the idea of passive income, you know, and who doesn't? It's an awfully sweet thing to have a bit of passive income. So that's kind of where my head is at. We are just going to start just doing a little bit of planning. This is going to be probably not a very long video because it's already almost 3 o'clock and I'm just sitting down in the art studio and it is a wreck in here, so I'm going to have to spend some time cleaning and organizing. I have a lot of recycle projects to do for you guys to get in the Etsy store too. Of course, it's summer, so Chris is drinking Starbucks Frappuccino like nobody's business, so I gotta offset some of that expense by recycling the bottles. Oh, I know you guys think I'm just nuts, but anyway, I am there, okay? I said it, I am nuts. You can also see like the weather here is going to be in the 90s every day. I'm not anticipating using very many of my fire pit stickers. We did sit at the fire pit Saturday night, which was really very nice. But we actually had a fire Saturday night, but not, I don't think we're going to be having many fires this week as the highs are in the 90s and the lows are in the 70s. So, woo, it's going to be warm. Of course, this is my weekly to-do list that fills up exactly like this. Sometimes there's just no time to write everything that's going on. And I'll show you guys what I do when I am overwhelmed, and it happens a lot. I know that a lot of people call that anxiety. I just call it overwhelm. The best thing that I can do when I get overwhelmed is create these small, and you'll say, why are you sewing on these? I keep these at my sewing machine. I keep these index cards on my sewing machine, at my sewing machine. And when I change my bobbin or when I change my thread, I just want to make sure that the machine sews correctly before I, slap something that needs to be sewn and, something that I'm selling under the sewing machine. I just want to be sure that it is, that it sews correctly. So if you get overwhelmed, this is just a little handy hint. Make yourself a small list. Sometimes my small lists are just 3 things, and it allows me to focus. It allows me to focus on just a few things. And you can see these things go on and on and on. See, this was a bad sewing day. I will probably paint these and turn them into something, but you can see how overwhelmed I get, because honestly every day I do some sort of short list. And short list might have 3 things on it. This morning's short list had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 things on it. But I got it done, and that's why I'm in here at 3 o'clock today, because I didn't have any crafty stuff on here. It was all admin stuff or working for other folks. It was not anything that had to do with being in the studio, and I have not been in my studio since last Thursday. So I'm really ready to get some stuff done. But I did want to show you the planner for this week. These are my to-do list. Basically, they are anything that is time sensitive goes up here. I don't have any appointments. I don't have any drop-offs this week. I'm not working at the veggie stand this week. So I feel, a little breathing room this week, whereas last week I had no breathing room at all. I even started filling up my, what I have to do this week, what I have to do next week, and my upcoming, especially my mortgage, which I always have to kind of keep an eye on so I can make my house payment every month and pay my bills and stuff like that, just life stuff. The Fab 50 is, I'm still noting this in my planner. This is I'll I'll link you guys to that channel. It is fitness, 5-minute fitness videos for women over 50. Now, I'm well over 50. But I really love the instructor. They're just 5 minutes. They're easy to remember. You don't have to turn on the video in order to do a little 5-minute workout. And I love 5-minute increments. You can really get a lot done in 5 minutes, and a 5-minute workout video is just fantastic. The third little circle over here is for my daily planking. Sometimes I get to it, sometimes I don't. And the mid is for anything that is more than the Fab 50 and the planking. I need to fill up all of these dots every single week, and I just don't get it done. That's just all there is to it. This is my client block right here. I have 2 clients. I have the farm, and I have a music school that I do social media work for. So each day I have to work for the farm because the farm is in season. Thank you, Lord Jesus. And the music school only requires a few things a week, and I can block that out and be able to do that, usually in the morning. The studio planner, of course, you guys are familiar with my my burn book, which just has worked out really good. I do anticipate probably finishing up my burn book. Man, maybe in June. Yeah, I've got a little bit left, so maybe in July I'm going to finish this up. But you can see how long I've been using it. I've been using it since January, and it is, I just love it. So in addition to, the notes like this, the burn book, the planner, I feel like at least I write it down. At least I can kind of get a plan in my head when it's written on paper. When there is no plan written on paper, I do not do well. I have to have it written down. Now, writing it down doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to get done. You can see when things don't get done, I usually just put arrows where, I need to do other things, like set up One Book July. Well, I didn't get it done this week, and I didn't get it done this week, so hopefully I will get it done sometime this week. And then there's always a home category down here. These are projects that we have to do at the house. We've got a garden now, so that, that takes up time and effort and energy, and that's a whole nother project list as it is. But it's summer, so we need to, we like to get things done in the summer because the winter is just pretty darn cold here, and we have to kind of just think ahead. We are already thinking ahead to winter because I'm a seasonal employee, and that means for 6 months out of the year I don't have a certain revenue stream, so I have to I have to stock food, and I have to prepay anything that I can prepay, I do. And it is, sometimes it seems like a vicious cycle, but I also, when I worked at the veggie stand last Saturday, I came home and I was just in a state of thankfulness that I can work from home. I do not know how people go to places every day and work. You guys have my heart. I know that so many of you do it, and I spent a significant part of my life going to a job and working, and then coming home and trying to manage things at home with 2 small children. So my heart goes out to you. Thank you for what you do. Thank you for getting in your car every morning and driving to a place and working and creating a wonderful working environment for you and your fellow employees. I'm sure you guys do that. It is, you guys have my heart. Thank you for doing what you do. All right, I'm going to close out right now. We aren't going to do anything else in the old ugly planner today. I'm anticipating going into my One Book July Traveler's Notebook. Let me grab that real quick and I'll show it to you. I don't have it set up yet, and I still need to finish some of the inserts, but I am so happy with the way this is looking. I'll take you inside just for just a minute, so you can kind of see where we're going with this. I am really going to enjoy this. I'm anticipating One Book July with great affection, so we will see how all of that works out. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. I'm sorry this was a little bit rushed, but boy, we got a lot of stuff to do here today. Thanks for hanging out. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.